First, there's talk about an entry-level version, then an Ultra model, followed by a slim version, and now rumors that it might be delayed until next year. Now, the mysterious second variant of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 we keep hearing about might actually be coming soon. According to Ice Universe on Twitter, this new foldable phone not only exists, but will also have a bigger screen, slimmer design, and be lighter in weight. Ice Universe suggests that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim will be named Samsung W25 in China, which is lighter, thinner, and larger than the Fold 6. It's set to be released in October and won't support the S Pen. A user on Twitter speculated last month that Samsung might shelve its more affordable foldable phone because they couldn't make it thin enough to compete with China's foldables without compromising on durability. Analyst Ross Young suggested that a slimmer Z Fold 6 without the stylus digitizer might be released instead of the rumored Z Fold 6 Ultra. All this talk corroborates earlier rumors from January about a potentially cheaper tablet-style foldable being added to Samsung's lineup this year. To achieve a thinner profile, Samsung opted to remove the stylus digitizer, a strategic move aimed at competing in China's tough market. Instead, the new model will feature a larger screen and better durability to address common issues seen in China's foldable phones. Industry insider Ross Young mentioned that these larger screens won't start production until late this year, suggesting that we might not see this new, more versatile but stylus-free foldable for another 9 months. Combining reports from the elect on Samsung's ventures and setbacks, subtle serial number hints, bold leaks on Twitter, China's high-end W24 version of the Fold 5, and insights from industry insiders helps us narrow down potential alternative foldable releases in both China and South Korea. The W25 branding and possibly unique specs for China are unlikely to be available outside the country. So far, there's no indication that either new Z Fold concept will be released outside Asia, leaving it uncertain if consumers elsewhere will have the opportunity to try them, but we remain hopeful. Samsung has never faced such intense pressure at the top of the foldables market, and its struggling Z Fold line could benefit from improvements to existing models and the introduction of new ones. We might get more clues after Samsung unpacked on July 10, but it's unlikely we'll have definite answers given the probable long wait until the Z Fold 6 Slim becomes a reality. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section below. Samsung is gearing up to launch a highly competitive foldable device. Recent reports indicate that Samsung is working on an ultra-foldable phone, a first for its Galaxy Fold series. Initially, it was revealed that the upcoming foldable series would include 2 devices, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. These devices are being developed under internal names Key 6 and Key 6A. Initially, it was speculated that the Galaxy Fold 6 Ultra would be exclusive to Korea. However, new information suggests that Samsung plans to launch it in China as well. A new device with the internal code name Key 6A and model number SMW9025 has surfaced in the database. It is confirmed that Samsung uses the code name Key 6A for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Previously, it was reported that this device would be available in Korea with the model number SMF958N. Interestingly, the model number for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra in China differs from its Korean counterpart, despite sharing the same internal code name. This distinction arises because Samsung often releases devices in China under different marketing names compared to the global market. For instance, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5 were launched in China as the Galaxy W24 and Galaxy W24 Flip, respectively. Similarly, it is anticipated that the new foldable device will be marketed in China as the Galaxy W25 Ultra. Despite the name difference, the Chinese variant is expected to mirror the specifications of the Korean variant. Thus, the Galaxy W25 Ultra will essentially be the Chinese version of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, catering to Samsung's strategy to adapt its offerings to regional preferences and market dynamics. What are your thoughts on these revelations about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra? Share your opinions in the comments section below. In an exclusive leak, we now have all the specs for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Let's take a closer look. All credit goes to Smart Pricks. We won't go fully deep into the specs, but we'll highlight the main points. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 series uses the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Galaxy processor for fast performance with apps, games, and new Galaxy Eye features. The Fold 6 will offer 12 GB of LPDDR5 XRAM and storage options of 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB. Regarding the camera setup, Samsung will once again feature a triple camera setup on its book-style folding phone. The setup includes a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera with an f/1.8 aperture, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with an f/2.2 aperture, and a 10-megapixel telephoto lens with an f/2.4 aperture offering 3x optical zoom and up to 30x digital zoom. These cameras support autofocus and OIS. For selfies, there is a 10-megapixel front-facing camera with an f/2.2 aperture and an under-display camera with a 4-megapixel sensor and an f/1.8 aperture. The Fold 6 supports 4K 120 frames per second slow-motion video recording, similar to the S24 Ultra. We now have the first official hands-on video of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, though it's a dummy unit. According to a video posted by the Cinza on YouTube, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 will feature a sleeker and more practical design compared to the Fold 5. While the Fold 5 is considered one of the best foldable phones, it has often been criticized for its tall and narrow front screen. In the video, a mock-up of the Fold 6 is compared to the Fold 5, showing the new phone has a sharper, more angular design and a better concealed, presumably thinner hinge. The Fold 6 cover screen appears noticeably wider than the Fold 5's, but according to an earlier rumor, the width has only increased from 57mm to 60mm. This slight increase allows the Fold 6 glass protector to almost fit on the Fold 5. Samsung has cleverly made the screen wider without increasing the overall width of the phone by tweaking its shape and slimming down bezels. The screen size is also slightly increased from 6.2 inches to 6.3 inches. The phone is thinner, measuring only 12.5mm when folded compared to the 13.4mm thickness of the Fold 5, and it is rumored to be 14 grams lighter than its predecessor. In the video, the Fold 6 appears wider than the Fold 5 when unfolded, which is expected since it will be 132.0mm. Samsung is a dominant force in the smartphone market, especially noted for its innovative foldable phones. However, to maintain its lead, Samsung is gearing up to launch a highly competitive foldable device. Samsung is a dominant force in the smartphone market, will start at $1,899.99 in the US for the 256 GB model. This is $100 more than the 256 GB version of the Galaxy Z Fold 5. The 512 GB model of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 will cost $2,019.99, and the 1 TB model will be priced at $2,259.99. So it appears that all storage versions of the new phone will be $100 more expensive than the Galaxy Z Fold 5. This might disappoint potential buyers as $1,900 is quite a lot to spend on a smartphone. It could be even harder to accept if the rumors are true that Samsung is using the same cameras from the Galaxy Z Fold 5 on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Not only do we have information about the Z Fold 6, but there's also news. Samsung is a dominant force in the smartphone market, especially noted for its innovative foldable phones. However, to maintain its lead, Samsung is gearing up to launch a highly competitive foldable device. Recent reports indicate that Samsung is working on an ultra-foldable phone, a first for its Galaxy Fold series. Initially, it was revealed that the upcoming foldable series would include two devices, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the